Hey y'all, what's going on? This be your boy Scotty by Nature TV, and we're here for a brand new episode of Yes for the Mess, where we talk about celebrity gossip, hot topics, and all things reality TV based. I hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful Friday, and I intend on doing the exact same thing. Although I'm not having a good Friday, I'm in the worst mood as of right now. But I'm gonna, because this video was supposed to be out hours ago, but I've been in such a bad mood today, and y'all do know that it does. I share my life with you guys. I always share my life with you guys. So whether I'm up, I'm gonna share it. If I'm down, I'm gonna share it. If I'm in the middle, I'm gonna share it. It has not been a good day. One of the worst days I've had in quite some time now. But I'm here and I'm going to give you guys this video, okay? So before we get into anything, let me let you guys know that we do have Beyond the Gates, which is a panel that Really B and JB says what actually started, but they added me to it. But we'll also have a special guest by the name of Ranting with Ricardo, who is a soap opera fanatic and also one of my moderators. So we're gonna see how this goes. So make sure you guys tune in. I'm not sure whose channel is on this week. I think it's probably Really B's channel, if I'm not mistaken. So be on the lookout for that. So with that being said, that's pretty much all that we got. So we're gonna go ahead and get into the mess. Now, with the Real Housewives of Atlanta being on the air right about now, you know, all the housewives are out here doing press. From what I've seen, Portia's doing press, Shamia's doing press, Kelly and Angela are starting to do press, and Cynthia is doing press. But the only people that we're not seeing right now is Phaedra and Britt, and we're definitely not seeing Kenya doing no press. We know she wasn't gonna do no press anyway. But that's what we're seeing right now. So Cynthia did an interview yesterday, and people are upset by her response. Cynthia was asked for her response of what Kenya did at her spa opening, you know, that infamous thing that's about to come up on Sunday's episode of The Real Housewives of Atlanta. That came up. And she, you know, the people want to know how she felt about it. And she's gotten a whole lot of backlash from it. And I'm one of the people who don't understand why she's getting it. But however, if you haven't heard it or seen it yet, you're going to get it here. Let's get into what Cynthia had to say about what Kenya did, and I'll be back.
I have not spoken to Kenya since around the time that whole thing happened.
Okay.
And, that's really kind of a sad situation for me because I was there to just support her salon. I'm so proud of her. I know how hard she's worked on it. And I was just so disappointed to see her vision be overshadowed by what happened at the salon, which you guys will see. I felt like that should have been the focus because that was her like life dream, like building this hair care empire. And I just wish she had called me before, or like, I definitely would have like, this is your moment, this is like beautiful. The entire event was amazing, and it just ended on not such a great note. And I let her know that, because I just thought it was beneath her. I hold my friends to a standard. Kenya is a woman of class. I just felt like it was beneath her, and I was a little disappointed in how she responded.
Yeah. I could see when I asked you about her that there's like a lot of hurt.
It's like my least favorite question because like this is someone that I do care about, and I have to respect her space. I have reached out. I reached out during that time, and texted, I called, and I respect if she needs a minute, and she knows that when she's ready to talk to me, I'll be right here.
Yeah. It makes me really sad when there's true pain going on this show. And I can see that for sure there is.
Yeah. Actually, when I watched the scene back, I forgot that I was actually emotional in that scene. I was like watching it. I was like mortified, obviously, with the rest of the cast. And I just didn't like it. I just didn't want that to be her moment. I didn't. And when I was, in the scene, you'll see it play out. I say that you're just better and bigger than this. And I just don't want to be here. Like, I'm just going to leave, and I love you. And I was like, literally, there were tears in my eyes because I just want the best for her.
Right.
And I want her, like, I know what she's capable of as just, she's a great mom.
Yes.
And I see the vision for what she's trying to do with Kenya Moore Hair Care. And I was like, no, like, this is not it. I have not.
Now that was Kenya's response. I mean, not Kenya. That was Cynthia's response into what Kenya did at her spa opening. Now let's get into some of the comments. Thank you for the Bravo Shade Room because they give us everything. Okay. Now someone said, thank you, Cynthia. A real friend would hold you accountable and tell you when you're wilding. Being the veteran housewife and the current longest running housewife of the franchise, it was beneath Kenya, especially at the launch of a salon that you put blood, sweat, tears, and money in. Someone else says, Cynthia is such a flip flopper. She wasn't there when Kenya's life was threatened, and still to this day, she praises Britt as a newbie. Someone else says, yes, hold your friend accountable, but to still hang with Britt after you knew that she threatened Kenya with a pow pow is a hard no. Cynthia got to learn to pick a side. Someone else says, looking at last week's episode in the close proximity of Britt to other cast members, they should have all been on an HR call with Kenya Moore to back her up after hearing Stools being mentioned. The production and the cast failed her. Someone else, and I think that's Erica De Niro. I feel the same way. Like Tamron Hall said, Kenya may have been trying to produce a Kenya moment, but it overshadowed the real objective, and that was the celebration of her own hair spa. It was simply the wrong set and setting, and producers should have stopped her. Nene told us in the past that Cynthia is a snake, so this is not surprising at all. She'll do anything for a chick since she doesn't have Mike anymore. She has never been a true friend to any of the women on the show. Let me see. I think this is all this. As a Kenya super fan, I believe her take is truly rational and objective. What I have an issue with though is her failure to call out the girl she just invited to her dinner party. Like correct your friend, but stand with her too. They say a friend to everyone is a friend to no one. What else is being said? It's one thing to hold your friends accountable or even distance your if needed, but choosing to spend time with someone who threatened them saying says a lot about your character. And this is when you know you are friends. I don't know. That messed that up. I do agree with Cynthia. That salon day was Kenya's moment. People on the timeline and she herself went off about truly not showcasing her building the salon. Now it has a chance to be shown, and Kenya decided to make it a retaliation day. I 100% agree with Cynthia. I understand Kenya wanted to get back at Britt, but the timing wasn't right. She could have waited to show whatever she showed at her event at a later time. It overshadowed her event, and I hate that. I feel like she should have done if she would have done that, she would still be here. Cynthia never fails to go wherever the wind takes her, dropping Kenya as a friend whenever it suits her. She did it during the season 8 trip when Nene returned, and again this past season. How could you praise Britt after she threatened your friend's life and insulted Shamia's kid? Truth be told, when Cynthia thought Nene was going to leave RHOA fully for Hollywood, she strategically placed herself under Kenya then. Now that Kenya's Bravo path is dim and Cynthia is maintaining her consistency on not associating with sinking ships. Food for thought. The entire cast being on Kenya's side and even understanding what led to her reaction, though controversial, but not her best friend and castmate of years, definitely speaks volumes. The excuse of she should have known better is so side-eye. Kenya made the decision she felt was necessary for her. Not liking it doesn't have to be the end of a friendship. Hold her accountable and keep it pushing. Cynthia, you are not helping. I thought you guys were friends. Is this how you treat your 10 plus year friend that has done a mistake? The truth is, Cynthia wanted and expected Kenya's peach, but she hasn't had a steady storyline since Peter or Patricia. The peach is rotten to the core. For me, it's the hypocrisy that she believes what Kenya did was wrong. Okay, but there's no holding Britt to any accountability. In the same breath, saying, I'm so excited that Phaedra is back, but no mention of the fake attempted accusations she made against Candy. So these are a lot of the comments that is being made and being stated about Cynthia and this whole Kenya and Britt situation. Now the episode hasn't aired yet, so I'm really trying to hold my peace on this whole ordeal right about now. But right about now, I can honestly say that I don't see anything that Cynthia said that was wrong. Um, I do understand what she's saying. She's saying that she felt like this was Kenya's moment and she chose to use it as a retaliation moment against someone that really wasn't worthy of her time. And just like someone else said at the end of the day, she kicked and screamed and cried about getting this salon off, the ground. So for you to, and you also complained last year about how, well, not even last year, a year and a half ago, about how the producers wasn't showing, the process of you building this salon and doing the things that you needed to do to make sure the salon was on point. Like they didn't show any of that, and you had issues with that. So in my mind, I feel like at this moment, you got the opportunity to have your grand opening shown and show all the work that you've done and all the money that you put into it. And you decided to low grade it by doing what you did with Britt. Now, no one is saying that you didn't have a right to retaliate after you were threatened. No one's saying that. But it's just the time and the place. And to use your own event to not only screw up your event, but screw up your peach is crazy. But however, what I will say is that I still think that Britt should be held accountable. I still don't understand why Britt got to stay on the show, but Kenya did not get to stay on the show. I still don't understand that, and I still don't understand how Cynthia can hang out with Britt, but knowing that Britt threatened Kenya and said things about Shamia's daughter. I will say this, and we kind of talked about this last night on the chasing panel. One thing about it and two things for certain. I'm a person that's very friendly to most people. And I really, pride myself on being a good friend to the people that I'm friends with. So I'm one of those people who feel like, just because you got an issue with me, with someone, that don't mean that I got to have an issue with you just because my friend got an issue with you. I can be cordial and I can coexist, but we're not going to be friends like that because you don't fuck with my friend. So, I'm not gonna go out of my way to create no beef with you either, but we're not friends, baby doll. We're not friends. And that's the best way to be. But however, I'm definitely not gonna be hanging out with you. I'm not gonna be inviting you to no birthday dinners or nothing like that when you don't with my friend. It's one thing if we were all friends and my friend stopped fucking with you and I still got a relationship with you. That's different. But if I barely know you and my friend don't fuck with you, I ain't fucking with you like that. Like we gonna be cool every time I see each other. Every time we see each other, we're gonna be cordial. We're gonna be cool. If we're in the same setting, we can have dialogue. But being friends and hanging out and having dinner and inviting you to my birthday dinner, that ain't gonna happen. That's the only thing that I look at Cynthia's side eye for. But other than that, I don't see what she said that was so wrong. She was very objective in her opinion, and all she wants is the best for Kenya, and I definitely believe that that is what she wants. So y'all, that's my opinion on Cynthia. I want to know what you guys think about that. With that being said, this is your boy Scotty by Nature TV. Be sure to like, rate, comment, subscribe, share this video, and also click on the notification bell so you can be notified whenever a video drops. And if you want to follow me on any form of social media, my Twitter, Instagram, and my TikTok will be down below. With that being said, you guys, I'm out of here until my next one. I'll holler at you guys a little bit later. Bye, y'all.